What's happening, everybody? It's Shawin back with another video to talk to you specifically, our Goosebumps audience for the Goosebumps Crew. I will show you a couple items I did have. If you watched our previous podcast with Matt DeWild and Alan Doucette, I showed you the awesome item that Matthew DeWild had sent to me, but I didn't show you what Alan Doucette sent to me. Now, Alan was nice enough to also include a letter. Uh, bottom line of it was saying thank you for being fans after all these years. Something he made, 30 years ago, he never thought would basically be this popular still. Something he loved to work on and just had an amazing time with. And he was an absolute delight. Him and Matt both. I can't thank them enough for being on the podcast. Um, so I asked Alan for an autograph. He did not have like an 8 by 10 or anything. He said, "Can I make a copy of a script I have and sign it?" And I said, "Yeah, of course. That'd be awesome." So, I personally didn't think I'd get the whole script. I just kind of thought I would get the front page. But he did, in fact, send me a whole script. Absolutely wild. Now, this is a copy, it's not like an original. He's obviously going to keep that. But still, the fact that I actually have like the full script is incredible. And he obviously did signed it up here, and he signed it down here, saying Alan Doucette, Property Master, Goosebumps, 1995 to 1998. Now, this script is Say Cheese and Die. Awesome episode. Obviously, one of Ryan Gosling's earliest works. Someone obviously we'd like to get on the podcast. The chance of that happening is slim to none. Obviously, he went on to be a huge megastar in Hollywood. Hayden Christensen went on to have a really good career with Star Wars, and it's just kind of been a challenge trying to get either one of them. If we do, great. I won't hold my breath. Um, doesn't mean we're not trying. I did reach out to Hayden's representatives and things like that, and I tried to get a chance to meet him at Indiana Comic Con that's going to be happening soon, this coming month, actually. But ticket prices were a bit high just to get an autograph. And when I actually tried to get it, they sold out so fast, like within 2 minutes. Because when I clicked, buy now at 12:02 my time, I already got a message saying, "Oh, well, that's no longer available." So awesome. However, doesn't mean we're going to deter from trying to get them on at some point, but not holding our breath. Moving on, though, I did get another item in the mail. Now, this I had commissioned my decal guy, BD15 Decals. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram. I highly recommend him. Great guy. Craig Amling's a great dude. I've been getting decals from him for probably 10 plus years now, at least. He has done something for me, and I greatly appreciate it. Actually, included a couple extras of this. So I did this as a gift to the Goosebumps crew, uh, just as a way of saying thanks for the hard work we've been putting in on this. So this is something I paid out of pocket. This is not something that was like gifted to me or anything. I had these made, but before I get to that, Craig does include a little sticker decal of his logo, so there is that. He mostly does a lot of Power Ranger decals for toys and stuff like that, but he can do customs, and that's what this is. So BD15 decals, go check them out. Absolutely amazing work. Now I ordered two of each of these for myself and the rest of the Goosebumps crew. But like I said, Craig included a couple extras, and I thank you for that, dude. That's really awesome. Kind of debating whether or not I should do like a giveaway with those two followers or what, because I'm thinking we might have some more future orders with Craig, and I'll get to that here in a minute. I had to make our Goosebumps crew logo as a decal. Obviously, going to put one on my laptop. Sorry. I am very excited to put this on my laptop. I'm very happy and proud to be part of the Goosebumps Group podcast. From the moment Bjorn reached out to me and said, "Hey, I want to do a podcast with you," immediately I was like, "Yes, why wouldn't I want to do a Goosebumps podcast?" It's just something that, like, I've wanted to do a podcast for a while, but it's not something that, like, I ever really put into fruition because I was like, I don't know what kind of podcast I want to do. I don't know what kind of podcast I want it to be. Should it be movie reviews, book reviews, toy reviews, all the above, mixture of genres? I don't know. Obviously, I have a huge love for Goosebumps. Bjorn knew that, reached out, and we made this happen, and the rest is history. Um, that's how I met Micah, and I actually met Isaiah before all this in Wisconsin when I went to go meet R.L. Stein. I put a thing on Instagram and said, "Hey, if you follow me, I'm going to be here. If you're going to be there, reach out to me. It'd be cool to meet some other Goosebumps fans who I know like online. Uh, maybe we haven't talked before online, but we can talk in person." Because in my town, in my state, I feel like I'm the only Goosebumps fan. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that feel that way. But after going to the Wisconsin event for R.L. Stein, man, let me tell you, there was a ton of Goosebumps fans, more than I thought possible. To the point where like the first event that was being held that day was already they were already turning people away. You know what I mean? And this was a good, I don't know, like 2 hours, maybe two and a half before Stein's signing, and they were already turning people away. So it was wild. But that got me thinking, if there's this many Goosebumps fans, why is there no Goosebumps podcast that talks about the show and the books and all the stuff? Well, there are podcasts out there, and there's some good ones. Um, but they don't really do anything different that we have, like we're doing now. Like it kind of came about after we had Tim Jacobus on. Why don't we try getting these other people? Why don't we try getting actors from the show and writers, directors, production crew, prop masters, whatever we can get. Artists from the books like Mark Nagata and Craig White and Brandon Dorman, things like that. There's all this opportunity and unexplored content for the Goosebumps community that hasn't been done before, and I'm not really sure why. Um, but now there is. Maybe it hadn't happened yet because it was waiting on us to do it. I don't know. Um, maybe just nobody thought they could possibly get some of these people, and there's some of them that I'm still trying to get, but trust me, they're going to be tough to get. Um, but exciting times ahead, and I feel like our Goosebumps podcast could only grow from here. We've got bookings out for months for people. And I mean months. It's wild. I never thought it would be like this. We get requests from people to be on the podcast, which I never thought personally would happen. Um, but the great thing about all this is the connections we've made, not only with other Goosebumps fans, but with these actors and uh, prop masters and artists. I'm going to see Tim Jacobus in person again this coming weekend on Sunday. Um, it's like a 2.5 hour drive, but hell, I drove 7 to see Stein, so that ain't nothing. Um, and it's Tim. Tim's like the coolest guy. Um, he's the kind of guy you just want to kind of sit and have a drink with and talk art and Goosebumps and whatever else. You know what I mean? Probably Converse because that's what that dude lives on. It's Converse, man. A lot of Goosebumps books with Converse on them. Converse should be paying him actually for product placement, but hey, here nor there. But to get back on point, I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches the podcast. I want to say thank you to all who follow me on YouTube, who follow me on Instagram, who comment, like, share, all that stuff that helps not only myself grow as a uh, page and a channel, but the Goosebumps crew as a whole. It makes a huge difference to us, and we're really wanting to be like the official Goosebumps podcast. That is our goal. I am actually trying to reach out to Scholastic about it. I am reaching out to Trick or Treat Studios about it and talking to Chris Zeffro that we did have on the podcast, as a matter of fact. So I'm trying to get us to be like the uh, sneak peek or like the guys for their products as far as Goosebumps is concerned. Um, Possibly even getting you guys a link for a discount on their page. I don't know. Like we're just trying to work out some kind of affiliation with them. Same with Scholastic. I haven't heard anything back from Scholastic yet. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. I will send emails to the day I die, as long as I'm doing this podcast and as long as I love Goosebumps. So hopefully both will be a long time coming. You know what I mean? So we are going to try that, and I've got something big for next year. I'm trying to get worked out. I've got my Goosebumps Crew brothers on board. And I think if this takes off, if we get this going next year, like I think in my mind how this is going to be, it's going to be huge. And it's not just going to be for us, Goosebumps crew. It's going to be for you guys too. It's going to be huge. So I can't put any details out there yet because nothing's set in stone. I have to get in touch with Scholastic, another person I can't mention right now, and Trick or Treat Studios, trying to make this a huge collaboration of awesomeness. Um, so, with that being said, like I said, with the couple extra decals sent to me by BD15 Decals, I might do a giveaway for these. But I also want your guys' opinion. I want to see in the comments below, would you like us to put up some Goosebumps Crew merch? Shirts, decals, just to start, just something small. Um, just because, like I said, I pay for this out of my own pocket. Maybe I can work something out with my decal guy, or maybe another Goosebumps person in the community, like Adam Genesis Art, to do some kind of like Goosebumps Crew exclusive if you guys are interested in something like that. Um, but yeah, man, I want to make this a huge thing for the Goosebumps community. Your feedback's always appreciated. So please drop a comment below. And until next time, guys, followers beware. You're in for a scare.